How's it going? Decided I was done with the beard. I don't know. I mean, I bitched about it enough. Like, you get it. I don't like the color. It's itchy. And I know there are ways around it. Don't care. Like, I'm just not a beard guy. I mean, in like February, when it's like negative 10 degrees and you have to be outside dealing with fucking snow, then I'll grow it out for a little while. But it's definitely not my favorite. But I didn't like come on here just to talk about fucking beards. So, something that I wanted to just throw out there, just because I'm curious and I'm curious to see what anybody else thinks. Anybody that actually happens to listen to the music that I do. I mean, my musical taste is all over the place. Like, I'm not even gonna, try to pretend that I'm isolated to one genre or whatever. Like, I mean, I love everything from metal to like punk, like pop punk. I'm really not into the country thing. It's not, I'm not going to sit here and okay. So now that I've had an opportunity to kind of like think in my head as I'm talking, so the whole point of this, like, well, I guess my focus for this video today is more about like, not immediately going to like this sucks, this fucking band sucks, this music sucks, this guy sucks, whatever. Like, I understand, like, there are things that are not for everybody. Like, country music is not for me. It's just not my thing. I respect it. I guess. I mean, the old school stuff for sure. Like, we're talking like, um, some Patsy Cline, like some, let's say some fucking Willie Nelson. The old school shit. I can't even believe that I just drew a blank on that. Wow. Wow, there's one that was like right there, and I go to say it and it's gone. Did a cover of fucking Nine Inch Nails Hurt. God, this is gonna bother me. What's his name? Damn it, damn it, damn it. Whatever. Anyway. So the old school stuff, totally respect, but like the newer stuff, it's just not for me. Like there's a few artists here and there that, I really enjoy. Maybe not so much like the lyrical content, definitely not the guitars so much. Like anytime that like if I'm listening to a song and I hear that like no, dude, no. I can't do it. It's not for me. It's not for me. But that's my point, It's okay if something isn't for you, but like why do we need to crap all over things just because, we don't like it? I'm not gonna sit here and say like, let's think of Taco Bell. I'm not gonna say Taco Bell is nasty just because I may not like it. I mean, I actually do, but you get my point. My point is like, why do we have to like fucking be negative about everything? Negativity. That's the fucking purpose. Like the point of everything is like, why do we have to be negative about everything? Why does everything have to have a negative spin on it? I mean, I understand that there are times where it just has to happen. Like, when somebody's being an asshole, they need to be called out sometimes. I totally get that. But in general terms, like if you just don't like something, I try to take the angle of like, that's not for me. I tried it, I didn't care for it. It's not for me. I don't like the way this tastes. I don't like the way this sounds. Like, make it what it is. It's an issue with you, not an issue with everybody else. So why not just own it? Like I don't like this. That's it. And I like what I like, and I don't like what I don't like. And I don't understand why that's such a fucking hard concept for everybody to grasp. But rambled about that long enough. So basically, the idea that I had, or the concept that I was thinking about. So I know that there are these two artists that I don't think they like hate each other, but I know that it's kind of like whatever, man. You do you. I'll do what I do. Whatever. So essentially, what I'm getting at is, I think it would be fucking incredible if Chris Fronzak from Attila and Ronnie Radke from Falling in Reverse made some music together, even if it's just one song. And just from what I've heard but read online, and I try not to, fucking dive too much into that shit because everybody says something and it's hard to tell like really what's accurate and what's not, And on top of that, like when you have somebody searching your name and trying to keep fucking tabs on you, I mean, I would think most people get kind of fucking annoyed by that. And yeah, I know you could argue and then be like, oh, well, you chose to be a rock star. You chose to be a part of Hollywood. That's a part of the fucking territory. Fuck you. Fuck you. Like, everybody has a right to privacy. You can't say that because you chose this career path, you have to, like, forfeit your fucking privacy. Fuck off. That's bullshit. You know, and there's nothing wrong with, like, idolizing somebody and, you know, wanting to know as much as you can about them, but be fucking respectful, dude. Don't get fucking mad. Hi, baby kitty. Apparently we got a company. Yeah, so, like, respect people's privacy. Like, it's not a hard concept. You know, and just because they now seem to be a public figure doesn't give you the right to fucking know, like, what color their fucking shit is that day. Like, I'm sorry. They have a right to privacy just like anybody else does. But again, like, I'm fucking going off on a tangent. But yeah, so I think it would be super cool if the two of them, you know, wrote a song together, even just one. You know, I mean, I would fucking love it if the two of them, like, wrote a whole album together. But it ain't gonna happen, right? Because, like, so, and the thing that I like about both of them is they're both, like, crazy talented. And, you know, I've seen some interviews where one's like, I'm better at this. No, I'm better at this. I mean, I can't say who's better. Like, I don't really know. All I know is what I, you know, what my ears like, you know, and I like what Ronnie does, and I like what Franz does. You know, I think that in terms of, like, singing, like, clean singing, I think that Ronnie's got the edge, definitely. In terms of, like, screams and stuff, I mean, Ronnie's amazing. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm a fucking Ronnie fan, and I'm not gonna pretend that I'm not. You know, I'm always gonna pick Ronnie. But in terms of, like, screamability, like, versatility with the screams, I personally have heard more of a scream range from Fronz than I have from Ronnie. And maybe it's just, I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to say that I haven't listened to, like, every single album, every single song from, you know, both artists. It's kind of one of those, like, I kind of find an album, I start to skim through it, and then something catches my attention, and then I'll listen to the whole song, and then I kind of, you know, I kind of sample it, and then I go back when I'm ready to listen to the whole thing from start to finish. With, like, Popular Monster, super easy for me to do. Like, I immediately connected with that album. So I can say, like, with Attila stuff, those albums, like the earlier ones, so what was it, like, About That Life, definitely I connected with that one immediately. Some of the newer stuff was a little, like, it took me a little longer. But I mean, not that, you know, not that the albums weren't as good as the previous ones, they're just different. So, you know, it took me a couple listens to really start to connect with it. But yeah, so I think that clean wise, like, straight up singing, Ronnie has the edge. Screaming, I would say, I feel like, again, from what I've heard, I'm going to give that one to Fronz. As far as straight up, like, you know, rap ability, honestly, and maybe somebody might disagree with me on this. I don't care. Again, this is just my opinion. I'm not saying who's better. I'm just saying what sounds best to my ears. Ronnie. I'm going to go Ronnie. And the reason why is because of the flow that he has and, like, his ability to, like, mash words together so quickly. When I say mash, that's the wrong term. But I mean, like, everything just connects together. There we go. It all connects together so well and so quickly. It's almost like when I heard, like, the rap breakdown, I guess you'd call it, in Watch the World Burn, where everything starts to pick up in speed, like, watching it, like, watching the video, listening to the song, like, my eyes were, like, this big, and I'm like, holy fuck, like, how? It blew my mind. Now, that being said, definitely not trying to take anything away from Fronz. One thing that I have heard that he can do that I've never heard Ronnie go near, and it just might be just because it hasn't really warranted it yet, or that's just not his style. So Fronz does this thing where he's screaming, and it's a very high-pitched scream, and it's very fast, like these very, like, you know, like, rapid-fire words at a very high octave, but screaming. So it's like this scream rap, and the way that he does it is like nobody else. So that in my opinion, there have been many bands that have tried to mimic that, and they do it well, but it's not Fronz. You know what I mean? Like, Fronz really in my opinion, I'm going to say this like 1,000 times. So it's like, well, Fronz didn't. I don't care. Don't care. All I'm saying is, in my opinion, I think he's the best at that technique. I mean, it's that simple. But so in summation, the whole purpose of this whole video is like, I would love somehow to like this to circulate, and then maybe somebody get the idea. You know what? Maybe we should. Please, please. It'd be so awesome. It'd be so awesome. I mean, yeah. I don't know. That's my 2 cents anyway. I would love to hear what anybody else has to say, or if anybody may know if there's even that is even in the realm of possibility. Because I think it would be amazing, and I think it would be a treat for fucking all of us. Even or if the fucking two of them went on tour together. I know it's from what I heard, it's been a hot minute since that's happened too. But yeah. So yeah, tell me what you think. I'm curious.